Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is a new day and this is a new me. And yes, I'm coming to you live this morning. And I'm so grateful to be here today. I'm so thankful for all things. I give thanks this morning because I come in the attitude of gratitude. I'm so grateful to be here and just to be able to talk to you this morning about resisting the urge to criticize. Listen, sometimes in this life we go through things and we forget the things that we've gone through ourselves. And then when we see other people that are struggling in areas of things that we've gone through, we are so quick to take the stand of criticizing and saying, well, don't you know better, or don't you know not to do this, or we get real critical with some things. And that's a character flaw that we have because we project those things on other people that, sometimes we see in ourselves. And what we project on other people, we project our emotions, how we feel, and what we think. We want everybody to take the same stand that we do. Good morning, Demetria. It is so good to see you this morning with me. And we're talking about resisting the urge to criticize. And so this morning, we want to just talk about that right quickly. And I'm not going to be before you long, but we just want to talk about it right quickly. Excuse me for a minute. We just want to talk right briefly about resisting the urge to criticize, because sometimes, they use this term constructive criticism. Is it really constructive when we criticize somebody? Are we really using it in good taste? You tell me about it. You talk to me. Text me back. Send me a note. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think about it this morning. Are we really using constructive criticism when we do what we do? And what is the difference? What do you think the difference is between constructive criticism and just plain old criticizing somebody? Because my thing of it is, when we use constructive criticism, you should do it in the spirit of love and in the spirit of meekness. And then when you come to a person with constructive criticism, do you have a solution to what you're giving as constructive criticism? Are you coming to the person in the right attitude and with the right intentions and with the right frame of mind? Are you coming to that person with what we call constructive criticism? Are you building that person up, or are you using this as a way just to get your point across and to be to say what you want to say and say, well, I'm just giving you some constructive criticism? But do we come really with the attitude behind it? What attitude are we using behind the constructive criticism? Because if you're not coming with meekness and in the spirit of love and with a solution and an enhancing and building the person up instead of tearing the person down, because that's what when you criticize someone, that's what you're doing. You're tearing them down and you're attacking their character. You're attacking who they are. So your intentions have to be in the right order. What is your intentions when you come with a constructive criticism or when you criticize? What is your intentions? What do you set out to do? Because listen, when we criticize someone, it in turns say that I have a need to be critical. I have a need to be critical. So it's saying something about the person that, something is messing with my eye. I have the need to be critical right now. And because I have a need to be critical, I think I'll use you to fuel my need. So that's what it's saying about you. So instead of being so critical, why don't you look at yourself and see if this is resonating with you? Because a lot of times we throw off on people what we feel about ourselves. Because when you criticize somebody, make sure you're not seeing that thing that you're criticizing that person about in yourself. And because you see it, you want to point their flaws out instead of looking at your own issues and looking at your own flaws and examining yourself and getting yourself right. But instead of doing that, we throw that critical issue on that other person and use that as a mean to feed our own critical need, our need to be critical. So when you're doing that, it doesn't, it only contributes to anger and to distraction. It causes that person that you're talking about or that you're being critical about, it causes that person to feel like they're under attack. When you criticize somebody, that means your life should be to the point where there's no flaws, no issues, no nothing. Because my question is, who give you the right to criticize somebody else when you're not walking the perfect straight and narrow yourself? So you need to first examine yourself. Talk to me about it. You can message me back on this and I'll go back and I'll read it and I'll respond back to you. But I need you to talk to me on this one, because this one is a little strong this morning, because we're dealing with people's character and how we attack people and how we handle people and how we deal with people. Because when you criticize somebody, you will either cause that person to retreat in fear, or you will cause them to be shameful. So that's dealing with their personality, their self-esteem, and who they are. Or if the person lashes back out at you in anger, then you get upset and say, oh, well, I was just trying to help you. Were you really? Were you really trying to help the person, or were you just trying to get your ego need on to be critical and to be tactful and to attack somebody else? What was the cause for that? Did you have a real purpose? Did you, other than the need to be critical, were you really trying to build that person up, or were you trying to tear that person down? And listen, I have to be transparent. I've been in that place myself. I've done it. And then after I did it, you get to feel a little bad about what you just did. So that lets you know if you got any reservation about it after you did it and it wasn't a good one. That lets you know that you were wrong. You was out of order. Or maybe you should not have done that, because your inner being will let you know when you're out of order or when you've offended somebody. You'll know. So when you're criticizing somebody, you got to be careful when you have that urge, because our urge is something. Good morning, Dr. Jatea. It is so good to see you this morning, love, and I appreciate you for joining in with me. And listen, we're talking about resisting the urge to criticize, because when we criticize other people, it's just fueling our need to be critical. And sometimes we label it as being a perfectionist. Are you really? Come on, get it for real. Are you really? Again, I'm guilty. I've done it myself. So I can talk about what I've done, and I can talk about me. So I know that, look, when we do that, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So, but we strive for perfection. And sometimes we try to do things in a perfect manner, and we try to do them to the best of our ability. But at the same token, we're projecting on other people what we want done or how we are. So we expect other people to perform and to produce in the same manner that we do, because, again, here we go with that label. We are perfectionists. Or you'll hear people say, well, I'm just a realist. What is a realist? What is that? What is that? Really? Give me a break. Come on, talk back to me. You can text me and you can comment, and I'll come back to you and I'll talk back to you. So listen, you need to know that when you're being critical, you have the need to be critical, not the other person. How you know the person is not doing the very best that they can? But you don't see that, because all you see is you need to fuel your need to be critical. So let's be watchful. Let's try and resist. Today, I challenge you. I challenge you, and I'm taking the challenge. I challenge you to resist the urge to be critical today. Instead of being critical, be uplifting. Be the opposite. Inspire, motivate, encourage, uplift. Give the person the benefit of the doubt, because somebody gave you the benefit of the doubt when you was doing the best you could do, and you knew how it felt when somebody criticized you for doing the best that you could do. Sometimes we criticize people and we take a moment to stop and think, well, maybe that's the best they can do. Maybe that's all that they have. Now, if that's the case, then see how you can help them be better at doing what they're doing. Yesterday, I left a question. Are you going to be better? Or are you going to be bitter? Will you make a person better or will you make them bitter today? Check it out. Think about it. Stop and think about it. So the next time your urge to criticize somebody, that you have the need to be critical, stop and think about it. Am I doing this to help somebody? Even if you have to say, here I go again, catch yourself. I've done it myself. I'm telling you, I've done it myself. Thank you, Dr. Jatea. I couldn't have said it better myself. You have to love people where they are, in the place that they are, and who they are. Because guess what, my friend? Newsflash, big newsflash just came across from heaven. Somebody accepted you and love you the way that you are, with all your little isms and your schisms, with all your little quirks and your turks. Somebody saw fit to accept you for who you are and the way you are and where you are in your life. And I'll go a step further. Somebody took the time to motivate you and to inspire you in a way that your shortcomings and the things that you needed to be strengthened in was done in love, and you received it. You didn't get angry. So why not pay it forward and do the same thing for somebody else? Listen, I'm learning every day. This life is a learning process. You have to learn who you are. You have to learn what you're radiating out into the universe. You have to learn what you're emanating from the being that you are. You have to learn what you are projecting onto other people, and you're thinking it's just other people being something about them. Yes, it's something about you. That's what the problem is. Ma'am, sir, you're seeing yourself. So go within and say, what is it that I'm seeing in this person that's resonating in me to show me myself? Because that's all it is. It's just you picking up something that you need to resonate and see within yourself and check it and fix it. Fix you first before you can fix somebody else. Work on you. I have to work on me constantly. I'm a work in progress because, listen, I came from the originator, the master himself. He created this masterpiece. So I constantly have to seek him for directions. And when I catch the flaws and when I'm examining myself, sometimes, my friend, it's not as pretty as I look on the outside. But listen, let me tell you one thing. Beauty, there's a saying, it runs skin deep. So when you check yourself on the inside, you begin to grow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You will definitely, I like that comment, Dr. Jatea, you will definitely begin to grow, because if you don't check yourself, you cannot purge out the stuff that's causing you to be stagnant. You cannot get rid of the things that are causing you not to grow. So some things that are buried so deep in our minds and in our hearts and in our spirits, the hurts that was done to us years ago, if we don't get rid of that stuff, it will cause us to be stagnant and you will not grow. You can't birth anything out of pain that's gonna prosper and that's gonna go to fruition. Because when you birth stuff out of pain, it's not gonna last. Because listen, hurting people hurt other people. So if you're dealing with some things on the inside and you know you got some issues, go to God, turn within. Check yourself out. Do better tomorrow than you did today. Nobody is perfect, again, I say. So listen, to resist the urge to criticize means you have to catch yourself when it surfaces in you, the desire to criticize or the urge, because our urge is something that we desire. We get an urge to we want some ice cream. I got an urge for some ice cream. So when you get a desire to do that, a desire or a need to criticize, just check yourself. Tell yourself, okay, here I go again. I caught it. Thank you. Keep it moving. Do something different, and people will love you even the better. And then you want to know why no one wants to be in your presence. No one wants to be in the presence of someone that's going to always criticize them and tear them down. I, for one, don't. Because when you come, you got to come correctly. You can't just assault people any kind of way, because the universal law of karma will sure enough, my friend, bring it back to you. There's a karmic law that will bring it back to you. What you reap, what you sow. What you do unto others, it will come back to you. So listen, you wonder why somebody's criticizing you? Check yourself. Check yourself. If stuff is happening to you, check yourself. Do a pew check or road check or whatever you want to check. Check that log that you write in. Check your life story. Check the memory bank of your mind. Go in there and say, what have I done to somebody else to cause this to come back to me? How have I talked about someone else in a negative manner to cause this to come back to me? Trust me, my friend, at some point in time, you've done something to cause this to come back. According to the word of God, it says, if you sow to the whirlwind, you shall reap of the whirlwind. If you sow to the flesh, you shall reap of the flesh. If you sow to the spirit, that means dealing with your spirit, man, and dealing with others in the way that God would have you to do so, in love and in meekness and upbuilding people and doing good, then that's what's going to come back to you. You have to be careful. So today, I challenge you. Take the challenge. If you want to leave me a comment, type it in. If I need to respond to it, I will. But trust me, ma'am, trust me, sir. If it's a negative comment, I will not respond back to it. I will delete you out, because negativity does not survive in my area. It does not survive. It has no place in my space. So I don't deal with it. Okay? So listen, if we want to talk to me, we can talk. Let's talk sensibly and let's talk like adults. We're not here to play games. I'm not here to play games with you. And I don't expect you to waste your time playing games with me, because this is a new day and this is a new me. We're trying to get some things done. We're trying to reach the masses. We're trying to change lives. So come on and help me. Let's change this world today. We can do it one thing at a time. We can make it happen. We can make a difference one day at a time, one person at a time. A smile a day will help take the doctor away. Somebody needs your smile today. Somebody needs your love. Somebody needs to know that they're doing a good job today. Somebody needs to know they need to be uplifted. You don't know what they've gone through, and they just may be on the brink of snapping. So you better be careful how you criticize somebody. They just might be your day to get your wig snatched. So listen, just be careful today and know, resist the urge to criticize somebody else. Take a look at yourself. This is a new day and this is a new me. I know, it's all good. I love you anyway. And yes, we're moving forward and we're having a wonderful day. And I am grateful that you're here. Be blessed today. I love you. Bye-bye.